Good morning, everybody. Scott Mayboy here, your financial Sherpa, and either your Medicare Ninja or Medicare Samurai. So you can let me know which one you like better. Back from a few days, back to civilization. Back from a few days in at a great little campground on a lake. Best part about it, no internet. So I could read, I could kayak, I could think about some marketing stuff, but absolutely no internet for a few days. So that was kind of weird. A friend of Lisa's came over and said, this is like stepping back in time, and I don't know why. And I'm like, because nobody's looking at their phone because they don't work. So it was really kind of nice. It's a beautiful area, and I'm not going to tell you where it is. But I just wanted to comment. I had published or posted an article this morning about long-term care, and that's something that comes up all the time. Medicare does not pay for long-term care, so as you age, people think, well, you know, my home health care agency or Medicare will pay for an extended stay in a long-term care facility. They do not. So it's really on the family and ultimately Medicaid to pay. And to qualify for Medicaid, you have less than $3,000 in assets, in cash, one car. They will not take your house, but they will put a lien against it that will need to be satisfied at the time your spouse moves out, or you, or you pass away and leave it to somebody. Somebody's going to have to pay that lien against the house. So if you're going to plan on leaving it to the kids, you may be disappointed. But on the long-term care, the article I posted, and I hesitated posting it because he really only talks about the traditional long-term care policies. The long-term care policies, which are fine, they've become unpopular because of the expense. The policies I use for long-term care are virtually free. You don't actually pay for them. You take money, typically in a CD or some other place, and just put it in this new long-term care policy. They call them hybrids. You get long-term care coverage. So let's say you put in $100,000, you move $100,000, you get a multiple of that depending on your age and your health. But it could be $300,000, could be $500,000. If at some point in the future you decide you don't want this policy anymore, you cancel it and at a minimum get all your money back, plus interest. If you pass away, it goes to a beneficiary. So it's a win-win-win. You can't lose money. You instantly have a multiple for long-term care needs. And if you decide you just don't want the policy anymore, you want to make a withdrawal, you are entitled to. So rather than just leave it sitting in a CD, for instance, you put it here. There's virtually no cost. And what I mean by that, there's no premium. You've moved your asset, $50,000, $100,000, whatever that number is, to this other policy. So basically it's from CD to effectively a CD, except this CD pays on long-term care. The other CD just makes you 2% or whatever it's paying. So there's more than one way to get long-term care. There's a third option as well. But effectively, you can go the traditional route, which the article describes. You can go a hybrid route, which are becoming very, very popular. I actually just was on a workshop last week about a new one that just came out from another carrier, very well-known carrier, very highly rated financially. But I do urge people to think about their long-term care needs because they are expensive, and in many cases they're long-term and involved, and they can literally bankrupt a family's lifetime of savings and put a lien on your house just to keep somebody going. So it's a horrible situation. But with that, ask me any questions you have about long-term care. I'll be happy to help you. I am certified for long-term care in several states. So let me know how I can help, and be happy to. Other than that, have a great day, everybody. Be well, and let me know what you think. Thanks.